It's Madden NFL 24, and there's no love lost between these NFC East foes. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on? Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Play one, and Prescott to the air. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second down, Prescott. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb, 33 yards. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Fielded at about the 28. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Prescott on 1st down. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So back onto the field. Here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Taken from just outside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, what a start here for them in this game. Still in the first quarter, a sizable lead and pitching a shutout on the other side is their defense.
The game plan is certainly in effect, isn't it? Working awfully well the offensive side of the ball. They keep compiling points. And the defense playing with a lot of confidence and shutting them out thus far.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That's pulled in at the 32. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense. Is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
First down, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 51 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Running right, it's Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got him. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now Prescott on fourth down. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing, and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Taken right around the 44. Oh, he shifts past him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And out come the Eagles. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Hurts fumbles it, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. He juked him. Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it is 42-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They'll try the right side here with Penny. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs, those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And, you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Eagles on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 6. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here's Aaron Siposs on now to punt on 4th down. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Reed Blankenship delivering the hit.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it at the 37. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Prescott to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs. Continuing.
Touchdown!
Jake Ferguson.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are pouring it on.
Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to pump this one away.
It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb,
53 yards.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right,
the Cowboys
Coach,
retreating
thank
to
you,
a
and we
fine
welcome
first
everyone
half
back
from
for
number
quarterback
3, Dak Prescott. He had a half of the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3.
Yeah, that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
That's on multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Second down, here's Hurts.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Micah Parsons
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know that we've seen their share of struggles, and the quarterback's been hit a few times in this game, but this one can't be put on the offensive line. They gave him plenty of time to throw the football. I think ultimately he has to be a lot more decisive in his decision-making and get rid of it and find an open target.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
105 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
To about the 40-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Prescott now.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He's got him in, complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb,
43 yards.
and the Cowboys extend their lead yet again.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
First down, Eagles.
They will run straight ahead with Swift to about the 40-yard line.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And they run the option on second down.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Micah Parsons.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A toss running left. This is Penny.
And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's out here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can... As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that, that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to go behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, 57 yards.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he fields it cleanly.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, C.D. Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game.
2nd down and 3.
Prescott now from the 50.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 50 yards. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. All right, speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And it's on. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're planning to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Micah Parsons.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They give it away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Great stop by Darius Slay to back up the offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Pollard going to try the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Throwing is Hurts.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jabril Cox
in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
169 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to...
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
Now he's loose again.
Touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
73 yards.
And the Cowboys just continue to roll. CeeDee, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing again on second down.
Hurts.
Flush to his right.
Hurts fumbles it.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Oh, good move. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
3rd and 9 here.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Pollard diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. But a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
1st down, Eagles.
On 1st down, Hurts. Quick slant to Brown.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
35-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch.